I want to welcome you all to Island Space Museum. You heard Frankie say it already. The first and only Caribbean museum in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, when I say the first and only Caribbean museum, you put the number 1 in the air like this and you say in the world. The first and only Caribbean museum in the world. That's what's up, Frankie. It's a pleasure. Like you said, our countries, we are not our governments. You understand? So it is an honor for Dominican, Haiti to be working together. We got to show them what love is like. You know what I mean? Besides all the biases and the racism and all of that stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, the month of April is National Poetry Month. Clap it up for creative writing. Clap it up, clap it up. And so it was only fitting that with Island Space Museum and us being poets and it being National Poetry Month that we said, you know what? We wanted to have an event involving poets. We just wanted to have an event. And then Frankie was like, but what about that next generation? What about that next generation? Us, we come here, it's an event, we perform, and then we out. We sell our products and that's it. But what about that next generation? Because we didn't have these opportunities. You understand? So hopefully this creates new opportunities, avenues of expression, and it's an honor for me to be here. And you are about to witness a great, fabulous show. We got fabulous artists that we handpicked for this, and the youth handpicked for this occasion. Beautiful. Clap it up for yourselves again.
So I do want to recognize, as Mecca said, we did work with an organization to help us birth this project and working with the youth. First and foremost, I want to thank, and I don't know where she's sitting in the audience, but I'm about to say her name. Please stand up when you hear this name. Miss R, Principal and Founder, and Mr. R of Permission to Succeed.
Permission to Succeed.
Permission to Succeed. They are an amazing organization. I'm super excited to be working with them. This is a brand new partnership. Thank you so much for your support. And they really create opportunities advocating for the youth and making sure that the youth has opportunities available for them for education to be tailored to their needs. That is what they specialize in. This ain't just no regular charter. This is students are getting specialized real attention from these educators rather than just being another number in the classroom. So Mr. and Mrs. R, thank you so much for being here. Please give them a round of applause one more time. Now with great principals, we got great teachers, okay? We can't be a school without educators, right? You'll just have a building full of kids. And that's not good. I love y'all, but y'all know it. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We're educators, so we can really relate to this. You know what I'm saying? We work with the youth literally every single day. We're both involved in nonprofit work in the middle school sector in a Title I school. So with the work that we do, Mecca's been doing this for over a decade. Myself, I've been doing this for about 7 years working with the youth. And it's been amazing. And I'm just so blessed to be able to do it. But this woman right here, I want to recognize not just her, but also her organization, because she collaborated with us, worked with these students. She came all the way from Port St. Lucie. Port St. Lucie. She is amazing. Please help me welcome founder of Family Roots, LLC, the educator behind these amazing students. Please stand up and make some noise for Miss Tia. Thank you so much, Miss Tia. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into the program. I'm full of love, y'all. So I gotta show love. Okay, Khalid wanna say something? That's special. That's special.
Hey, good evening, everybody. My name is Khalid Thompson. Thank you so much. I was already introduced. I am one of the co-founders of the museum. I want to thank Frankie and Mecca and Mandy and Stephanie and all the team that put this together. I have to as well, before we get started, thank the Institute of Museum and Library Services. Is everybody aware of what's going on with the government? Is everybody kind of paying attention to that? There are a handful of institutions that fund museums and libraries and arts institutions and the places that you go to get programming like this at very, low prices or free, or wherever you go to get your books and your arts and this kind of programming. And a lot of that has been defunded. So in fact, the Institute of Museum and Library Services is who afforded us to do this program and several that we've done with our partners, community partners, throughout the course of this year. That program was also defunded by the government. So this is the last, we were supposed to be able to do programming through July with that program. This is the last one we're going to be able to do with that funding. And I'm saying this because poetry by its nature is a very activist type of art form. You can still be active by reaching out to your people in politics, your legislators, your decision makers. Please take that step to send an email, make a phone call. There's a lot of petitions and things going on online. Do whatever you can do. Write a poem and send it to somebody, right? But this is how you can kind of make your voice heard beyond just being here. And it is very important because without that kind of funding, we are not able to afford to do this type of programming. So I just encourage you all to support things like that and make your voices heard as much as possible. And thank you so much for being here. Please keep coming back.
Thank you so much, Khalif. I told you, if she got something to say, it's important, y'all. It's important. So this event, once again, couldn't be made possible without all of the amazing cast. You all will be hearing tonight from them and their very vulnerable letters and their experiences. And you'll also be hearing from an amazing group of students that actually wrote letters to their older selves. Was it hard? It was hard, huh? I love it. No, I got it. It kind of. Okay. First poem. Y'all make some noise for that. We got the first poem ever written by this student.
Mom said nah. Mom said he wrote poems before, right? Oh, what?
Oh, look, Mom gonna put you on blast every time. Yo, that's amazing. So, again, I'm just excited to see what an amazing production this is going to be. But before we get started and before I start to introduce these amazing students and our poets, I just want to explain a little bit what's about to happen so we can fully capture what is going on. So over here to my right, your left, these two amazing musicians come all the way from Lake Worth, Florida. Please make some noise for Adora Sage and the one and only Royce. Royce is my musical composer, and Liz and I have also been working together for a little over 2-3 years. They are amazing musicians. They're super talented. And what's going to happen tonight is beautiful because they're going to melodically create a background to the music that you hear tonight. So you might feel some emotion, you might cry.
With no rehearsal.
With no rehearsal.
With no rehearsal.
This is fully, and this is okay, this is a part of the show. This is why we're telling you. It's not a mistake. So this is fully just freestyle musicality and pure musical talent before you, what you're about to witness. So since they're not going to get too many hand claps throughout the night because they're going to be playing all night, please give them a thunderous round of applause so they can be there. Because I love these two right here. Thank you guys so much. I'm super blessed to have you. All right. So with all that being said, what you're going to experience on tonight is these students were tasked with writing themselves letters to their older selves. Our amazing panel of poets, Miami Gardens Poet Laureate May Rain, National Grand Champion, of Poetry Slam, Just John, International Poet, Body Artist, and Henna Artist, Maury Tai, International Artist, Poet, Curator, Quick the Poet, and
Mental health specialist, psychologist, my brother, Ben Francois.
brother.
So we got a mental health therapist in the building as well. Yes.
All of these amazing individuals were tasked with writing a letter to their younger self. But rather than hearing it from themselves, you and I and they will experience it in them hearing it repeated to themselves. The students will be reading the poet's letters. Okay, just want to make sure we're all on the same page. The students will be reading the poet's letters. And now the poets are reading, let's see, who are they reading, y'all? Oh, love it. So the students are going to be reading these letters and the students' letters. You'll notice, again, it's not what you want. We want everyone to connect words, right, Mecca? We want everybody with the meaning of what it is and why we're doing it. So you will hear responses that just happen naturally. Students never saw the work earlier able to practice it. Vice versa. These poets, I never saw these students work earlier this week. Yes, they did have a 5-day window to explore and figure out how to interpret it. But this is the first time live with music that is coming before you. You guys ready for that? Y'all ready for that? All right, here we go. So we're going to get started with this poetic, just artistic experience by introducing champion. He's going to be our sacrificial poet tonight. Y'all make some noise one time for the one and only Just John.
That's good treatment. How y'all doing? When I woke up early every morning, I didn't know we'd be taking part in construction. You see, I would backpack with the tools to survive through the day and drag like gorilla arms scraping the sidewalks. We were raised from cinder blocks, so John don't even kiss his mom's goodbye. He's too hard for that. You see, it became a place where my peers care more about fashion sense than having sense, and ever since made sense off making a school lunch, living off corners of corridors and dealing cards. So our high schools, full hallways, holstering son of a guns, never seen a leather belt before. And like childhood beatings, I now understand the significance of being taught a lesson, the breaking down of material, because when it's not reinforced correctly, it sounds just a whole lot like drills. No wonder we use earphone jacks hammered in our ears to tune them out. But I sat in classrooms with teachers who hate teaching. Felt like screeching in ears with chalk on chalkboards. You would think we wouldn't use those anymore. You would think we wouldn't still sit still in rows with wooden desks, expecting us to face forward in uniform here, completely standardized tests, because it's killing what we call creativity. And she's all we have left. She's more informative than any article that I could ever read. She's probably the type of class I could pass with no book. She's all the answers that I ever need. She be the blueprints behind my building, not just his story. Subjected to marginalized texts like, how can they learn all about the reigns of the Roman Empire but still won't know the last name of Malcolm? But it's the little things, like how English class didn't teach me as much about English as arts taught me to articulate. But let's face it, our classrooms are failing students because of a system that rather detain them. Create complicated curriculum that expect us to regurgitate the information in prisons, use third-grade test scores to predict incarceration rates. And black students fail more than any other race, so don't tell me there's no correlation. It's a fact. Still without foundation are just bars that were just trying to bridge the gaps, y'all. But I kept coming back. I kept coming back, doing the same things, expecting different results. But that's insanity. I want to walk into a bathroom where the walls and the stalls don't reek with profanity. Instead, it's art pieces to stimulate the beauty of anatomy. And I know humanity might have been formed from apes, but that doesn't mean we should have a planet still full of walking the halls with gorilla arm syndrome, cemented to being present because we have to. I want to be able to kiss my mom goodbye every morning without disturbing the peace. Walk through the halls without having to worry about my soul being creased. I want to wake up to take part in construction every morning, knowing that I'm going to shape out a masterpiece. If y'all feeling good in the building, let me hear you make some noise. Let me see y'all snap. Let me see poetry etiquette. Let me see the snap. Good. Okay. Listen, the snaps are cool, but we're going to get rid of that because we're going to clap for these poets today. All right, y'all? We're going to make sure we clap for these poets and these musicians as we get on stage. But my name is Just John. I'm a poet. artist, songwriter, activist, community curator. I do so many things around the community. I grew up in Miramar, Florida. Anybody from Broward County in the building? Yeah. Okay. But act like you know. Don't worry, I just moved to Dade. Anybody from Dade in the building? Yo, okay, I see. So we all here tonight, right? We fusing the vibes, right? Y'all see the island fusion. So I just want to read my poem to y'all. And I'm super nervous. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm super nervous to read this poem because I'm actually reading my own poem. So you guys had the privilege of reading someone else's poem. Y'all see, y'all got a little scapegoat. I got to read my own. So this is, I guess, Dear Younger Just John. Dear Younger John, right now, you are conflicted in finding your purpose in life. You think by now you should have it all figured out, and I'm here to tell you, you have only just begun. You're juggling the pressures of making your parents proud, peer influences, and finding who you truly want to be when you grow older. You have failed once, something you invested your whole life story into, but that was merely just a chapter in your book. Turn the page and continue reading, because I bet it gets better. You begin to perform poetry on a stage, and it shapes what could be your next passion, to move and inspire people through your words. You continue to help youth and individuals find a piece of themselves through poetry, music, open mics, and tough conversations. You sit at a table with some big names in the industry. You release your first body of work to the public, and it shoots shy of your mark. That motivates you. So if you take anything from it, let it be this. You do not have to have it all figured out, and you may never will. You have qualities most people wish they could have and everyone dreams of in a man. Your influence and your impact does not go unnoticed. And most importantly, God forbid you pass tomorrow. You have achieved something nobody else ever will. You have accepted yourself as just John. Thank you. Thank y'all so much. I want to shout out Frankie, shout out Mecca. Shouts out to the whole space. I appreciate it. I love being here. It's a vibe every time I come. I got some books here if you guys want to check us out. Joints with 2 J's. I'm a published author. I forgot to mention that. But come holler at me. We'll talk a little bit more, all right? Thank y'all so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Just John, all right? Yes. All right, y'all enjoyed that? Let me tell you, so people know what Sacrificial Lamb is, right? So it's like we have a poetry event going on, and, sometimes I feel like it's unfair, but that Sacrificial Lamb really tests the waters and tests the room, tests the sound, tests the audience to see if y'all are alive and ready for this spoken word poetry vibe. All right, when I say poetic, y'all say justice, poetic? Justice. Poetic? Justice. We're going to keep it moving. The reason why we here, want to salute the youth. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for one of our youth poets, Taraji.
That's my baby.
Good afternoon. Dear Young May Rain, it's unbelievable how different the world looks after you lived in it for a while. Made some friends, lost some friends, made some tough choices, and made more mistakes than you can count. I remember you dreaming as a child, dreaming of who you'd be when you grew up, but for some reason you couldn't imagine that it'll still be you. I know it sounds weird, like, huh? Listen, when you were thinking about who you'll be when you grow up, you don't think about the fact that it's really you. Like when you were a teenager, if I realized I'd still be the woman thinking about who broke my heart back then, maybe I'd preserve some parts of me until I truly understood what love looks like. Maybe I would have kept some secrets until I've learned what real friends look like, and maybe I would wait to date anyone until I was clear on what I deserved.
TT, speak loud. We want to hear you. Speak loud.
Hold on, Taraji. Hold on. Everybody, we gonna do this the poetic way. So I need everybody to say, rewind. Taraji, start from the top, right into the mic, baby. You got it. Clap it up one time. Press your from the top, Taraji. You got it, babe. Let's go.
Dear young May Rain.
Yes, Taraji.
It's unbelievable how different the world looks after you've lived in it for a while. Made some friends, lost some friends, and made some tough choices, and made more mistakes than you can count. I remember you dreaming as a child, dreaming of who you'd be when you grew up, but for some reason you couldn't imagine that it'll still be you. I know it sounds weird, like, huh? Listen, when you were thinking about who you will be when you grow up, you don't think about the fact that it's really you. Like when you were a teenager, if I realized I'd be a woman still thinking about who broke my heart back then, maybe I have preserved some parts of me until I truly understood what love looks like. Maybe I would have kept some secrets until I've learned what real friends look like, and maybe I would wait to date anyone until I was clear on what I deserved. My advice would be to slow down and enjoy this time and space called youth. Because once this time passes, you'll spend the rest of your life chasing the you in youth. You'll spend most of your adulthood trying to find yourself, the very person you are today. You are already her. You are already someone admirable. And sometimes adulthood feels like a game where you are constantly trying to get to the next level. It feels like everyone to be more than they are. Maybe if someone had simply said, all of us are trying to figure life out, then it wouldn't feel like a huge social media competition. Maybe if someone had just put down the curriculum and thought about what they needed when they were a kid, they might have remembered I was enough. I don't think life is about becoming who you want to be when you grow up. I finally realized that it's about becoming a safe space for me to be who I already am. This girl I am today just wants to be safe in my own skin and fearless enough to be happy in my own silly, unique ways. Young May Rain, you deserve the freedom to be yourself.
Wow. Make some noise one time. Oh, so beautiful. All right, so before I introduce our first poet orator, I do want to remind everybody that we do have, of course, all of our poets tonight. They do have amazing merchandise. They are going to be vending, so please feel free during intermission. And also after the show, we will have a few minutes if you want any photo ops. We do also have some merchandise and some permanent markers. We are in a museum, so it's a sign that we create that history. Brewing up this project for about 5 years in my head. Oh my God! I didn't even see you there! Oh my God! Oh my God! That's just pure love. I don't know Maya, geez, but I greeted her the same way. Like, I love you type of person. You know what I'm saying? So these people that are touching the mic tonight, they are all people that I not only admire, but people that I have literally watched blossom and have helped me blossom. So before I introduce the amazing May Rain, I want to remind everyone again, our vendors, they all have tables. Please support them. May Rain has products, perfumes, fragrances. I myself have my lipsticks. I also have Zen oils. I also have trading cards. Moritai is providing henna. So if you would like a henna, you can get that tonight. And it lasts, how long? People ask me that all the time. Like 10, 14 days? Something. A week, okay, so about 7 days, 10 days if you don't really put a lot of soap on it, because I go there all the time, okay, so don't put no soap on it, it will last. Right next door we have Mecca Grimo. He has an amazing array of collection of everything. He even got history up there, y'all. Like, he was like, oh, we in the museum? All right, I'll show out at my table, boom, boom, boom. I was like, it didn't even have to be like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, he has a personal museum at his table, literally. So please go support him. He has some amazing things. He also has bookmarks and brochures. Quick the Poet has also trading cards on behalf of Positivity Pays, our nonprofit organization partner. He has t-shirts. He also has some CDs. So please go see him. And of course, support Island Space. We do have beverages also on sale, okay? Now, you all received a paper, a poem, Anybody raise your hand if you completed it at all? Ooh, yeah, okay. So at some point, whenever you'd like, there is a purse over at my table. Mandy is holding it up. Hold it up, there. Don't look at me in the back there. Yeah. We're going to put in this beautiful handmade vintage bag of I don't know what year. It cost me $5 at the thrift store. But we're going to put all of our poems in my purse. And we're going to do something very special with them a little later. I'm not going to tell you right now, but in a few, closer to the end of our program, I'm going to announce to you what we're going to do with all of our special poems. So please put your poems inside of the bag. Make sure that your names are on them. Or if you want them anonymous, that's perfectly fine as well. All right. So I know she's ready. This woman had just celebrated 25 years of poetry. Make some noise for that. She is the inaugural Poet Laureate of Miami Gardens, always sprinkling black girl magic at every mic that she touches. She is an amazing inspiration to me. I love her. I applaud her. I uplift her. And please help me welcome my cheetah girl, the one and only May Ray! I meant every word.
Yes. I just want to take a moment to give Frankie her flowers. I met Frankie some years ago, and, you know, us being who we are, y'all know how we are. I was like, who is this? She had a lot of energy, right? So much energy, so much energy, so much big energy. And I was just like, in a couple of years, I'm going to see the real Frankie. Because that's what happens a lot of times, right? You meet people and they're just overjoyed with all of this love and all of this energy and all of this passion for poetry. And then it dies down. And poetry is already, as beautiful as it is, something that we struggle to make people see its importance. And so when people come, you know, it's like, are you going to be here? Are you going to really help to cultivate this community and really show what poetry is all about? Frankie is one of the most consistent people I have met in my life. So I just want to give you your flowers because the day I met you, you are still the same Frankie, and we needed you in poetry. Thank you so much for being a sister. Get reading glasses off the thing. I'm so sorry. I turned 50, honey, so I'm listen, a whole grandmother. So thank you. So this project, oh my God, I was scared. Not nervous scared, but scared because it just gave a little bit of like vulnerability, right? And we kind of struggle with that sometimes. And I'm like, write a letter to my younger self. I don't know, girl. I don't know if I want to talk to her right now. That thing was a mess. And when I was able to read the letter of the person that I was paired with, I understood exactly what God was. And I read that letter and cried. Because we need to remember what we dreamed about. And there was a letter that parallels my life, and I was like, how is this possible? I don't know this child. I've never met her. She's never met me. But somehow we had some of the same dreams. And so her letter mentions very briefly college school. And so God is amazing. The intention behind this whole project. So I was sitting in my oils and came to be share this before I read my letter. First time here, not in this space, just on this ground. It's my first time now. First time in outside of the world, trying to understand how frustrated adults get. Being perfect here. Dear me, I wrote this. I'll cheer and I'll cheer as much as I promise to ourselves not to give up at any time soon. Do we still have that better? I want to be a realtor, and I wanted to major in cosmetology school. Have you done that already? And if so, how far are you? I also want to be a teacher because we love kids right now. Is that love for them still there? I asked you that because these kids 15 and their action, they're not the best. Bad decisions, very disrespectful. I just wanted to go to see the Eiffel Tower, travel the world, see so much more. I want to graduate early, and right now, doing that if I stay. That we wrote in 10th grade, so we're all going in that direction. I'm doing pretty good. Are we making mom and grandma and uncle proud? They always believed in me. Even when I didn't do it myself, especially grandma. How is she? I'm trying my best, God. I love to sing in church and I want to love myself who I am. Someday I can look in the mirror and say I'm pretty. But 9 times out of 10, I look in the mirror asking myself, why do I look the way I do? Why am I the way I am? I sometimes cry, but I hope that we get better. I hope you can look at yourself in the mirror. Every morning you're saying to yourself in the mirror, I'm pretty, I'm gorgeous, I am enough. You are enough. Okay?
Enough. I know it's gonna get that intense so fast. We're not gonna even hesitate. We're gonna keep it rolling. Ladies and gentlemen, clap it up again. Give high energy for you, Poetic. Extraordinary.
Hey, what's good, guys? What up? Alright. Dear younger me, you won't believe what's coming. Hashtag Mecca King. Not because it's bad, but because it's nothing like what either of us has been. And yet, somehow, it's everything you and I both need. Continue to dream big. NFL lights, stage lights, boardroom lights, and guess what? You'll touch them all. But life is going to throw curves sharper than your best route on the field. It's going to give, then take, then give back to us again. You're going to make it to levels no one predicted, except for a select few family and true lifelong friends that you consider family in the same. You are going to lose, but rise many times again. Not because you will have answers for us, but because you will learn to bend better without ever breaking. Because you are going to find a rhythm in the silence between setbacks that will produce a one-of-a-kind resilience and perseverance. 3 dreams, 3 outcomes, none as expected, yet all will be fulfilled. You will become a business owner times 3. You will become much more than just a unique spoken word artist you aspire to be in privacy, releasing your dream, chasing expressions of truth, of resilience, of poetry. And though you won't pack NFL stadiums, your voice will still echo in overflowing theaters, arenas, and so many different places that will matter to the universal masses, nationally and internationally, abroad. Remember 3rd grade? Math and English? Turns out, those numbers and words combined would collide one day and explode into metaphors, into healing, into this. Not just for you, but for everyone. A language that very few teachers could teach. I might struggle to the names. Like Miss Baltimore, Miss Higgins, and Miss Calloway. They will help you find in the best 3 checkmate no one would have predicted. So here we are at this mic of future. I honestly tell you that you are on the right path, but let no opinion or any naysayer detour you. The world will eventually see themselves. In this moment, no, the intent is not at all to change the past of what you are doing, but to honor and reassure you of how it will make us better human beings. I want to tell you thank you for dreaming wild, for failing gracefully, for getting back up again and again and again. And if you listen closely, you'll hear it from me clearly to you, for us. No pity, no regret, no pity, just poetic truth. Because what you will become isn't what we planned. It's far more than either of us would have ever dreamed of coming true. Trust me. What you are doing for us and the world will eventually make so much poetic sense as a very special pioneer and trailblazer come true. With much
Look at the proud principal. You better hug your student. You better hug your student. Make some noise one more time for our very first 2 students. Please stand up so we can recognize you. Inside of our program, we have Taraji and I see you. He got up with so much confidence, like, yeah, I did that. I love it. Are you guys enjoying the show so far? I love it. Whew. Well, here's the beauty of this, right? I not only had the opportunity of introducing all of our amazing poets, but I also get to see them emote as they are hearing their words repeated back to them. And it is just such a beautiful exchange. May Rain, thank you so much for giving me my flowers. That meant so much to me. That was like, I don't do it for the accolades. So thank you so much. I do want to just plug in really quick before I introduce this next amazing individual. Everybody that has touched the mic tonight and will, for those that you haven't heard yet that are coming later, they each fit into a piece of my puzzle. And it's so interesting because every single person that you meet, every journey, every connection that you make, it's always intentional. There's always a reason behind it. Whether it's good or bad, there's something behind it. There's a purpose for it. I don't think it was a coincidence that this is how things ended up. Us working together with permission to succeed. Us working with you four brilliant minds, right? Us having the opportunity to collaborate with a virtual teacher who made it here in person in the from Port St. Lucie. I'm just saying. Right? Like, it's just beauty, and there's that. It's like it's unlike any other. Think about those great lengths and great distances, because this next gentleman is an international poet curator. He's a poet. Yeah. Wait, see what I did there? See what I did there? But, and that's his name. Quick the Poet not only does poetry, which is one of the things that he does, but the reason that I admire him is I do programs. I think we got the same necklace on. Ain't that something? That's crazy. ADD. Okay, so we both are hosts. We both curate programs, and he's doing it around the world. It took him at least a month on a back and forth gig with somebody in Europe to do this event. And he don't even know that I'm going to mention this, but he chose to be here and do this event. He's still going to make that other opportunity happen. He just pushed it back. Okay? That's how you get it done like a boss. Okay? Amen? That's how you get it done like a boss. But why I say that is because it's so special to me for us to be in a space that is about the Caribbean diaspora, that it's about putting things out on a global scale and bringing our community back into that history. Quick is repeating these types of events, these types of curations of his own throughout the world. As does Maury, as does May. These people have traveled the world with their work and have traveled the world with their poetry. And I just think that that is so special for somebody of his caliber that does international programming to be able to still be like, this is home and this is where I belong. And in his words, L's up! Y'all make some noise one time for Quick the Poet! He is proudly from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and I'm so excited for him. He is going to be reading Sadiq's letter.
In advance, thank you all so much. Just listen. Thank you. Future me. To my future self. Do I die a young legend or live my whole life unfulfilled? Because you want to rule the world, but while alive, you never will. Because they only want you after you're gone, or so I'm told. Now I'm stuck between being heard and getting old. This is a letter to me in 10 years. I'm 25 and 26. Do I still keep it real? Or do I let society shape me into something different? Because I thought it would bring me happiness, but really, it imprisons. Do I cut my hair because I consider it as me? The man who starts to share his knowledge so unknowingly. The man who came from Jamaica, then from Florida, and then Ghana. Does cutting my hair change me? Or am I still caught up in the drama? I guess it does, since cutting my hair is like cutting a part of me. It's part of my religion. The reason I support Haley Celestine. The thing I'm so protective of, the thing I'm really fighting for. So do I let it go? Or do I move on and find a version of me that is so easy to define? One that fits in rooms I used to stand out in. Or one that smiles wide While quietly doubting, only time can tell. Next question. How tall do I stand to be? Currently, I'm near 6 feet. Do I stand just like a tree? And does my hair represent the leaves? Does my soul represent the roots? Do I break through the sky or get chopped down by the suits? How tall will I be? Taller than you, and you. Taller than my pride, taller than I choose. Taller than my ego and taller than my pain. Taller than the mask I have been hiding in the past few days. Now, do I live my dreams the way I have always imagined? Or did the pressure flip the passion, leave my spirit abandoned? Did the music reach ears or just sit in the void? Did they feel the truth or was it something they avoid? My only dream currently is to have my music go big, not for the money, but for an audience to hear the message. Did I fail because the world never gave me my shot, or succeed because I spoke from the pain they forgot? Did the labels ignore me, or did I choose the art? Did I chase validation or create from the heart? If I never went platinum, but I stayed authentic, does that make me a legend or just someone respectfully stated poetic? Does the Lord answer my prayers and give me many more as I pray the Lord brings everything I ask for? Now my final question to my future self, something I've been waiting to ask. Do times get better or am I stuck in the past? They always say, it will be, but in the moment, it doesn't feel like it. Some days I fake the smile. So long I start to honestly live behind it. Do the nights get quiet? Or do the voices still stay loud? Do I finally make my mother and my younger self proud? Or do I carry all this weight with a grin they can't detect, clapping my wins while I'm dying from neglect? Do I heal like I wanted to, or just stay into this state? Because the place that I'm in, I don't know how long until I break. So future me, do I get up and not get lost? Or am I just all talk? And all of these are just thoughts.
Yes! Make some noise for Quick the Poet, reading the words of Sadiq. Quick the Poet, everybody make some noise. Oh my God. I love it. Please help me welcome back to the stage my amazing co-host and co-curator, Mecca, Grimo. Mecca, how you feeling? I know you got a lot to say because you be teaching.
In listening and just observing right now, I'm even confused as to who's. I'm thinking I'm listening to my brother right here so deep because I know he got years in this, and then I gotta remember what we doing, and these are your words. Yo, and young lady, like everybody, like this is crazy. I'm confused about who's writing the piece. I almost forget.
Yeah, that's why I had to explain it to y'all in the beginning. I was like, if I don't explain that to this audience, y'all not gonna know whose is who and what is what. Okay, now I just wanna really quickly ask, you know what I'm saying? We're educators, right? We're doing this for the youth. So we go classes in session right now, okay? Raise your hand if anything that you heard tonight relates to you. Just raise your hand, show me. Okay, great. Who would like to share one common theme? Anything. Bring it out to me. Yell it out to me. Come on. Go ahead, sir. He said, no. Any one topic that stood out to you. Okay, we'll go to one of our youth. Right here, and then we'll go right over to you, Ari. I got you. Go ahead, man.
Okay, when she said, well, about my beauty and will I be beautiful, I remember being a little girl and then wondering, like, not loving myself. I grew up in a culture where it was like a lot of colorism. I'm Jamaican. So, like, I remember being a child, and I was just talking to this panel around Black beauty and resistance, and, I remember being a child wondering, am I going to always be ugly? Like, so when she said that, I was over here like...
Thank you so much for sharing. Y'all give her a round of applause. One of our youth had some words over here. Anything that stood out? That's okay. Go ahead.
It was just when TT was talking about how she was in the mirror, she looks in the mirror, she doesn't really like what she sees sometimes. I was like, yeah, that's good. So that's a good question.
Yes. Yes, I heard you. Thank you. So that beauty aspect, yes, Principal R, go ahead. It's Poetic Church, y'all. It's Poetic Church. Hallelujah.
I have to say that I related to both of you. One with, am I good enough? Am I ever going to be good enough? And for you, Sadiq, for you to get better. Will it be better in my future self? And I'm going to say yes. Yes, it does. As long as you continue to believe in yourself and you do not fall victim to what this world can sometimes throw at you and say what you cannot do. For both of you, you're good enough, you're beautiful, you're handsome, and don't ever let anybody stop you. Ever.
That was good. We have time for one more. Anybody else would like to share anything that stood out to them? Yes, sir. Right over here. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Mecca.
I'm in like an in-between the students and the adults. I'm the adult right now, but the common thread of talking to your future selves and asking questions, I found that incredibly relatable. So I'll just keep it like that.
Thank you so much for sharing. We appreciate it. Listen, this is what this was all about. Anybody else out there want to share anything? I want to make sure I give y'all the floor. Okay, so this is what's about to happen. Mecca and I aren't just two amazing hosts. He doesn't even know what's about to happen. He's looking at me like, what? So we're going to go ahead and choose.
It's like May Ring saying, stay misread from 30 years ago.
I like to consider myself like a Miss Frizzle. Y'all remember the Magic School Bus? Very much so giving Miss Frizzle. So, look at now y'all want your poems in there, right? Now y'all want your poems in there. That's what I'm talking about. Pass them down. You can put them right over there, my baby. Right over there, no problem. Hopefully these are right. Okay. Back, so I'm not biased. And we're going to select a poem to read it for you. Okay, so, and these are poems that you might hear. You might hear the poem. We don't know. Okay, check the identity of anyone. We them. If you would like that, it is your point. That's to you, but you don't have to. Fair, not have to reveal. So I'm gonna go ahead. Then Mecca is gonna go ahead. Then we're gonna go a brief 10-minute intermission and continue with the. Yes, y'all good with me? Y'all good? Justice. This is me brought up. John said it himself, okay? I've been wanting to create a company named Poetic Justice League for a very long time. I like the face of the audience. I was just, I was like, wait, they see the blue is not where it's at. It's the paint on the bag. It's the paint on the All right, here we see. Sound effects. Right. This person, he's human touch, and this is a dear younger me. Remember that babysitter Barbie, whose wavy hair you wish you had? We got it. Mom and Dad were right about what music you listen to affects your life. What you continuously think and speak about, you draw on to yourself. Always Be prepared. When mom and dad said, if you do everything I ask you to do, you'll have everything you'll ever need. They didn't lie. A house, a car, all paid off. Get therapy. Not only talking about the things that are sent to us through rehab, but real friends checking in with you during good and bad times. That is that peace. Y'all make some noise. And he does have it that I would not reveal. Would anybody like to reveal that is their poem? All right over here. Thank you so much. And is that Mensa Boy? Maisa. Y'all make some noise one time for Maisa. Thank you so much, Maisa, for participating. No, I'm going to make sure I leave this out here so you don't accidentally pick it out. So I'm going to go ahead and hold the bag for you now. Now it's your turn. Y'all make some noise one time for Mecca.
I want you to know that you are full of beauty. Not the kind that you see in the mirror, the kind that is skin deep beneath the surface. You will travel the world, live in Africa and discover your higher self. Set high, the pain on the abuse will transform into purpose. You will thrive and the sun will shine on your face. Love.
All right, now make some noise for that. Come on.
I said love something, but I didn't know that would be it.
Of course, now we're going to keep on it. Would anybody like to share that? Oh,
and that is, how do you pronounce it? Keisha. Do the extra A in there.
Keisha.
You're 40. You going to you live there? Citizenship in Ghana? Yo, set up a little land over there for me too. I'm coming through.
I'm gonna come and visit, you know what I'm saying? I'll be like, I'm the poet that hosted the event.
We about to do this in Ghana. We about to do poetic justice in Ghana.
Hey, listen, the Ghana version. Let's go. Look, Just John's like, I got my passport. Poets, we all got our passport. We be ready. We be ready for international opportunities to come knocking on our door. So I just want to go ahead and announce that we are going to go in a brief intermission, about 10 minutes. We want to give you guys an opportunity to go shop. I do want to introduce somebody very special that's in the crowd. She's somebody, but really she's something. And if you go to my table, you'll see her. Her name is Glitter. She is 2 months pregnant, ready to give birth on Monday. My 6-year-old Mulshi. She is in her stroller. Yes. She's very friendly. She is a service dog. Please come say hi. She loves people. She goes to every single one of my shows. Yes, May. May's like, I got a baby too. I got a baby. Yes.
She don't want everybody to say
So please, we do want to give you guys that opportunity to go ahead and shop with our amazing vendors who are our poets tonight. Please go ahead and take their pictures. Make sure that you follow them on Instagram. Everyone's Instagram is available on Island Space. If you go to Island Space on Instagram, you can find each and every one of our amazing artists. Thank you guys so much. I will see you in just 10 minutes.
Yeah, I want to. It's like I want to stay. I know. He was like this. I didn't know he was like
I'll be here. I'll go back to and then my uncle died. I have to go to Jamaica for some I've been taking 8 years. And then my daughter's graduating, she gets her bachelor's degree. My daughter that was in yoga. No, she made her bachelor's degree. That's really why I came forward. So I'll call you because are you looking for like a company I want to refer If you need to support me, let me Child, I was talking about that. I told my sister, we are in America. In Ghana, they do this all the time. But here, I said, I'm going to show you. Okay, cool. My number is
The music's on your caress, and then we'll come back.
Okay, I'll call you. Oh, when?
No. I like your message.
No, I got a message on you on Facebook Messenger.
I sent you one through WhatsApp.
Oh, no, I don't have WhatsApp on that phone. I haven't got my Ghanaian phone has WhatsApp.
Oh, okay. No worries. Let me holler at May Rain.
I was just telling her, like, it's been...
I don't know. Are you in the city or are you?
Oh, no, I'm here. Not really. The city is about 20 minutes. I have to watch which is challenging. That's why
Or no, like, that's always the case. I mean, you know, there's, you don't have like, because they know you're American, right? They go out to try. That's what they say. You know what? We had a local version there for you because they have the local. Precisely. Whenever they see you,
you know, you guys can continue playing in the background. I go to church. I'm used to people talking and they're being like, no, no, no. Because it just sounds so much more inspirational, right? Now just stop the music real quick. Just stop abruptly. Look how it's not the same feeling if they're not playing. You see what I'm saying? You see that? It don't feel the same, but now go ahead. Tie your shoes. Brush your teeth. Now stop. Find what means something to you. See, it's not the same. Now go. Find something that means something to you. Right? Come on. Like you can say anything. Look how it sounds. It sounds so beautiful. Do the dishes. Parents, take this lesson with you at home. Start playing some jazz in the background. Okay? Start like Taraji. Do your own laundry. It just sounds right. Where's Taraji's parents? Right, look, she's like, I'm playing jazz tonight. She got the laundry basket super full, okay? I'm telling you, it just sounds so much better. That's my little brother in the back. Oh, he's using the bathroom right now. That's not my little brother in the background. That's my best friend. That's my podcast producer. Shout out to the Phoenix Mag in the building, always in the building. But my little brother, right when I decide to, and there you go, my little big brother, I love him so much. Make some noise for Gino. I'm telling you, it really does take a village. Gino is working my table because I can't be in 100 places at once. And he always comes to my productions, and he means a lot to me. And he means a lot to me because he's almost like my son. Anybody got like a sibling that's like their daughter or their son? Right? Big sisters, big brothers in the building. And some of us be like the big sister or the big brother to the older one. Anybody experience that? Yeah? Okay, look, I know you do. Tell John I love him. His brother Jamal, he is a mess. We all went to high school together. Shout out to Miramar. But I say that because that's what we're doing here. We're bringing you all these elements. It's a family. That's what poetic justice is all about. And I had the very difficult task of matching these pieces, of reading the poem. I was the only person that read all 8 letters. And let me tell you something, you 4 sitting right here with me. It was so powerful to dig deep into your personal stories. And I saw you without ever even meeting you. And I was late today because I had a tragedy that almost stopped me from coming. Because my father was having a heat stroke because his car broke down today. And so many different things happened. Quick the Poet jumped in a lake to save a little boy from drowning today. Yes. At his last, yes. Like he's a hero. He still made it. He's still selling products. He still did a poem. He ain't leave yet. He got children. He got a wife. He's here. And y'all did that for us. Y'all words did that for us. This project couldn't have been any more perfect. And I'm just so happy that Maury was able to relate to Poet Awaken because it just meant so much to see that. And I want you to know, Poet Awaken, before you hit this microphone, baby, you are seen. We love you. We uplift you. And if you need anybody, you got a whole bunch of bodies in this room tonight. Okay? I told y'all it's Poetic Church. I'm going to change the name for the next production. Okay? But seriously, I need you to know that because I can't wait to hear what you're about to do because I know that poetry lives in you. Because you made it a point to make sure that we called you by your poetic name. And I don't think that's a coincidence. So I'm so excited to feel your spirit on the microphone. And I'm excited for this room to be filled with her energy because the words that Maury shared that she wrote were so powerful. And I really want you to listen to Maury's response through the voice of Poetic Awaken. Y'all make some noise one time. Our next speaker, Poetic Awaken.
I'm Poetic Awaken, and I'll just get started. Never thought I would get the chance to speak to you. Even now I'm careful not to rewrite history because your mistakes to make you who you are today. So understand that these words are not for you to change, but to make you stronger. I'm careful not to steer you too far away from the me that's running to you at this very moment. Every footstep forward is a new door, a new window, and you're going to be better than yesterday. I'm writing for a room you don't know yet, for a place that you've never been, with a body that aches where yours still runs free. I'm not here to save you. I can't. If I tug one thread, we unravel the whole tapestry, and somehow, through all of it, we make it. You'll meet people who smile like sunshine, but leave you cold in the rain. Believe the silences, trust your gut. To the girl with straight knees and silent questions, soft-hearted, loud in your thoughts, I'm writing from the future, not to fix you, not to steer you off the paths that bruise, but to hold your hand for a moment before time pulls us apart again. I am you, just older, heavier in the chest, wiser in the eyes, and somehow still standing. Let me start here. You were survived. Every heartbreak, every betrayal, every night you thought would swallow you whole, you outlast them. But there are things I wish you knew sooner. There are people who wear kindness like a costume. They will find you, and they will take more than they give. Some will call it love. It is not. Love does not twist your words into weapons or teach you to hate yourself. Learn to walk away before you bleed to make others whole. And please listen to your mother. And for God's sakes, listen to your mother. She is right. She sees things before the mask slips. I know you think you know better, but she is not your enemy. She is your lighthouse. Hear me clearly. This is not a message meant to change your steps. I can't and I won't take away the storms, because every scar on your soul becomes part of the map that leads to me. If I shift even one sorrow, I might lose your strength. If I erase one fall, you might not learn how to rise. So walk your road, keep your eyes open, guide your heart when walking away. There will be light again, and joy that does not come with an apology. You'll grow into a woman who is brave in quiet ways, who laughs too loud sometimes and cries when no one's watching. She is not broken. You are not broken. You are becoming. So when it gets too heavy, when the world feels sharp, just breathe. Take one step, then another. You're going to make it. And one day you'll sit where I am, 45, holding space for the girl who made her way through the dark with nothing but stubborn hope. I love you. I forgive you. I thank you. Me.
Great job. Clap a little harder. You know what I can't. Wow, all right. That's beautiful. And what I liked about what you were doing, you were like performing. Like, I'm seeing you doing, your little, that means the poetry and the vibe, the spirit is in you while you're doing that. You know what I mean? You feeling the words. I want to hear a lot more from you, all of you. So listen, this next poet, reader that's coming to the stage right now is a good friend of mine. We used to work out together until I tore my rotator cuffs because he lifts too much. He's a mental health therapist, very essential in the community. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, with insight, help me welcome Ben Francois. Testing. See, he's been lifting all the weights, man. Bring my shoulders up. I'm not sure where he buys his shirts from.
Thanks for Mecca. Great night, everyone. Great night, everyone. It's always great because you have to put yourself first. Someone wrote a poem that I heard a specific line here last Thursday. And that specific line said, I'm not here to save you. So when you think back about your younger self, speaking to your older self, I'm not here to save you. I give credit to the young minds. Because personally, I feel that it would be so much harder for me right now to write a letter to my older self the way they do. The level of stress that I know you guys have to deal with, the level of misunderstanding at times, doesn't mean your parents are doing a bad job, right? What's that line they say? We listen. I judge. Respectfully. Okay? So, I don't have my glasses. I'm going to be doing a little bit of straining. This young man, I had a chance to meet this young man and speak to him. And his level of understanding of life, his level of understanding of self is chilling. So, his poem goes like this. Life's kind of crazy right now. In the past 5 years, we've had global pandemic, murders, WASP, more Wi-Fi, and the Arctic is still a straight liquid diet. I imagine he said you crazy where you are right now. In fact, I'd be surprised if you're still alive. Congratulations. You made it. If you made it this far, I have a few questions. So please, reply back to the time straight. Do you still make art? If so, what type? Are you still obsessed with those characters that only lives in your head? Please say yes. Please say yes. It'll be heartbreaking knowing that you grew up and you let out all those imaginations. Have you figured out how to focus yet? Or are you still easily distracted by video games, cool characters designs, in the sudden urge to research random topics? You still feel like you're spinning somewhere, timeless, like you're not sure if you're getting any closer, or do you want to be orbiting around this aimlessly forever? Because if you are, it's okay. Just don't stop moving. Just don't stop moving. You wrote that down once. And I still hope you still believe. Don't stop moving. Talk to you soon. P.S. You lost that game.
Make some noise for Enzo's old therapist and Poetic extraordinaire, Frankie. Look, I would not be a good island woman if I did not drink coconut water, okay? Give me 1 second, I'm parched. Go ahead, man. We got you. You got me. Don't need these good folk in the quiet. Thank you so much, Mecca. All right. Ooh. So short. That piece was so short, but it was so powerful. And it was just enough. And I'm calling you out on how short it was because sometimes we have an idea that poems gotta be long, drawn out pieces. You ever heard that short, small snippet of a poem that it was a haiku, okay? I see you listening. That made rain spit for us. You saw the quickness of it, how much it meant, right? That is powerful. And sometimes that's all it takes. It's just a few words. And that interpretation was so beautiful, Ben. Thank you so much. Make some noise one more time for Ben Frankie. Because when we had rehearsal, I asked him to to speak on it as if it were thoughts. And those were my notes. Just have a conversation with yourself, because it almost felt, Alude, like you were literally speaking to yourself in the mirror. Down to the PS, we lost that, you lost that game, right? Like that plot twist right there showed the element of you, whether it was playing a video game, whether it was playing a sport, whether it was playing a game with a friend and you lost, anything. It allows us to bring our imagination into the fold of your reality. And I just want to commend you for doing that, because each and every one of you had different types of pieces. Each and every one of you had different lengths and strengths and weaknesses to your pieces. And all of those points were hit tonight. So I know you are our very last student that's about to come up. But before you went on, I didn't get a chance to connect with you all before I got here because of what I shared. But that's why I'm sharing it on the microphone for all these beautiful people to hear, and for me to look into your eyes and tell you, you all did a phenomenal job with these letters. I know it was hard. Yes, clap it up. I know it wasn't easy. I know y'all probably looked at Miss Tia like, what? We gotta do what? I don't want to do that. I ain't even into poetry like that, right? But you guys did it, and you did so amazing. And now I can't wait for you to read Ben Francois' letter. Please put your hands together for our very last student reader, Alude! Ben Francois! Come down here, you too tall. Give me a hug. I was up there, I need a ladder. Give me a boost. Mecca, I need you to be here like this. Alude, everybody! Hold on, Alude, because you tall. I already see a problem.
I was just about to say.
Look, first of all, nobody told you to come over here with your basketball height, with your NBA level of stature. Okay, hold on. Speak right there. Is that you comfortable right there? No, you still bending a little bit. Hold on. Look, don't be nervous. It's okay. It's a part of the process. That mic is high enough for Jesus.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Yo, Ben. Little lion with a loud laugh and heavy hands. Slow down, son. You're sprinting through years like they owe you something like that. Wow. The world's not going anywhere. It's you who's got time. And trust me, you're going to need every second of it. Listen to your parents, Janaya and Orton. Even when it feels like they don't get you. You think their rules are chains? They're not. They're fences built from fear and wisdom to protect you from your unknown trials of life. Your parents have been bruised by battles you ain't seen yet, and every no they speak comes with a please be safe PT and a prayer. And Miss Davis, 5th grade teacher, remember her? Voice smooth but firm like a Sabbath Saturday truth. She looked at you, not through you, and said, Ben, baby, lead with your mind. Your heart is strong, but your brain, that's your power. Don't you forget that. Don't you ever forget that, young man. Coach Bramble blowing his whistle like he didn't know anything. And in a way, it did. He said, books before balls win. Because when your knees go out, your mind better still be sharp. And he meant that. He wanted you to win. Not just games, but life. Your little brother Bart, he watched you like TV. Every move, every word, he copied. So give him something worth mimicking. Be the blueprint. Be the kind of man you want him to become. Your little sister JoJo copies your slang, but she'll copy your choices too. Make them count. But Ben, there were times when you turned pain into weapons. Times you used your voice to cut instead of you. That anger, that wasn't power. It was pain, dressed up in fists and silence. And hear this now. You are not your anger. You are not your worst day. You're more than that. Self-worth ain't about being loud. It's about standing still and saying, I'm enough. Even when the room is silent. Especially when the room is silent. Your emotions don't bottle them. Don't even stagnate either. A king learns to feel without letting the storm inside him drown the village around him. And then, education, that's your ticket. Not just out, but up. Learn everything. Read until your mind stretches beyond your zip code, 11233. and area code 718. There's power in knowing. There's freedom in understanding. And there's peace in managing your emotions. And your voice, use it. Speak up, even if it trembles, even if no one claps. Your truth deserves air. And when you feel alone, think of grandma, praying in her room on her knees, hands lifted to the sky like an ode or something. Her words wrapped around you like armor. You're walking in answered prayers. Didn't you see that? So don't rush. Laugh more. Mess up and learn. Be a kid. Play ball, scrape knees, ask questions. Got time. Growing up in a race, it's a rhythm, combo. Find George Plogate, and one day you'll thank this wild, wounded, wonderful boy for surviving enough of the Brooklyn streets to become the man. With love, with fire, with truth. Love yourself.
If I gotta ask my brother Pat to come back to the stage, wow, so deep. Listen, your cadence, the way that you all read is crazy. Please keep the eloquency. You guys are very articulate in your verbiage. I love it. All right, appreciate you. I like to bring Ben, Principal's Crow, back over there again. Another hug. Unlimited hugs. All right. I wanted to bring, as a mental health therapist, and I know that's very important. When is Mental Health Therapist Month?
Every month.
Ooh, good answer. Clap it up. I already introduced you, busting out your shirt size here, talk to the people.
You owe me about 300 push-ups. That's what you need to do. So, I'm going to ask you a few questions. Just answer the questions in your mind. Okay? So, when did you become the person that you are now? Why did you become the person that you are now? Who made you become the person that you are now? Repeat this with me. Hopefully somebody will remember by the end of the night, right? You can't say you are who you say you are. Say that with me.
You can't say you are who you say you are.
Unless you're willing to be tried.
Unless you're willing to be tried.
You want to go to college?
You want to go?
Oh, no. I need some music with that. So, you say you are who you are. Someone's going to try. Life is going to try. When you want to do good, all the bad things come with. Right? When you say you want to save some money, the bills just come knocking you out left and right. You don't know which way to go. So, two things. From the parents' perspective. Parents, I want you guys to do me a favor. I want you, maybe not close your eyes, right? But put your arms out. Parents, put your arms out. And the kids, I want you to look at your parents. And as I'm telling this story, I want you to imagine what your parents are going through, okay? So imagine your mom that you are constantly asking for money. Mom that you are constantly being upset at.
Just give me my money.
Give me my money. Mom that you feel like doesn't understand. Dad that you feel like doesn't choose your side when mom's being mean. Picture your parents standing on the back of a crocodile, going down a river. And while they're going down the river, on the left hand, your dad is trying to hold a monkey that won't stop moving. Right? And on the right hand, mom has a snake that just won't stop twirling around her arm. During that time, mom and dad are trying to balance and save your life. These are the trials and tribulations that your parents are going through on a daily basis. These are the unseen pain, trials, and tribulations that parents have to keep a face so that you can have a better future. Thank you, parents. Now, kids. Well, now I should say parents again. We live in a world whereby sometimes the kids can be misunderstood. Why? Society has made it so hard for us parents to pay mortgage, car note, insurance, braces, so on and so forth, that we tend to forget that the kids have a life too. They have emotions. They have feelings. They do get tired. We tend to miss that. In the process of missing that, the kids get frustrated. And when they get frustrated, there's an evil world out there that's just waiting for them. Mom don't understand me, so I'm going to smoke. Dad doesn't understand me, so I'm going to drink. Mom don't know what's going on, so my boyfriend feels, my girlfriend feels, so on and so forth. What poetry is doing tonight is bridging that gap. One thing we would like for you guys to take away tonight is allowing yourselves to free your mental, your physical, and your emotions by writing. It goes both ways. Parents, when they write, don't be so quick to be judgmental, but yet try to understand because they are telling a story. And kids, when your parents are being subjected, it's only because they fought a war so that you won't have to go down that battlefield. Bridging the gap only comes with communication. And in order for you to have a free mind, a free heart, you must listen. The pen is going to write down all these emotions. Your eyes are supposed to assist you through that journey. So as we leave here tonight, understand, emotions are not meant to be kept inside. Emotions are meant to be expressed. We do not judge because we don't know the trial and tribulation the next person may be going through. Listen, find a way to assist, and that way we all can live happily ever after. Thank Give it up for the musicians.
We're going to do a little 10-second listen right now. This is crazy. Deep. For those of you that are not going to church tomorrow, everybody bring your hand in the air, shake like this. Say hallelujah. And praise the Lord. Amen. Right about now, I'm about to bring to the stage the young lady that took the lead on this. I'm not going to lie and say I even gave 50%. She's about to be a grandmother, very dedicated to her craft. She also has been in the business over 25, 30 years. And she's really, really committed to what she does. Even at our aftercare program, like she done redecorated the walls. Like she's just another person. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, please help me welcome back to the stage, Miss Frankie. Just had a block too because I had like 500 other things to say about you. Did you just change?
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? This is when I tell you she redecorated the walls, like she does this. All right. Her dog comes to aftercare with a new wardrobe, hat every day. Okay, this is not a game. And the birth that she just told you about right now, we've been dealing with for the past 2 months. We're about to have a doggy, what is it? Doggy shower. All right, we're about to have a doggy shower. She sends pictures to the chats on like daily updates on how the tummies get. Yo, listen, ladies and gentlemen, the most committed This lets you know that how dedicated and committed she is because she loves nature, she loves life. You understand? From plants to eating healthy to everything that surrounds her. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for the incomparable Frankie.
This is good. Actually, it's not. Look at that. Get a little shorter. Huh? No, shorter. I'm only 5'3". I know I look taller. I know I look super tall. Mr. Alude, putting me to shame. Don't you ever come here with all that hype ever again, okay? I'm just kidding. So before I begin, I just want to say I was a little nervous to do this piece because, like just John shared, I also have the tough task of reading my own letter. And I did that to myself because I said, oh my gosh, how can I not read the letter? And I did this program. So I hope that you all are able to connect with this. And I don't know who took my poem out the binder. I almost freaked out, like, where's my lines? But there they are. Whoever did it, you're fired. I'm just kidding. Okay, hold on. All right. Thank you for that beautiful introduction, Mecca. I hope you all connect with this piece. I want to say a big, huge thank you to Royce because music lives in me. And the day I met him, he provided that background music to all of my poems. And Royce, I really love you for that. Thank you so much. Thank you. Please make some noise for Royce and Liz, who artistically goes by Dorsey. Dear Cheka, your life has been a fairy tale and a nightmare, full of joy and sorrow, full of bliss and sadness. But that's okay, because you'll come to learn that you aren't the only one. Your ambitions will lead you to many successes, but be no fool, you will make many mistakes. You will let lots of people down, and I mean lots of people down. You will make them frown. But man, you will also make so many people proud. You will make many hearts break, and you will have your heart broken a many. More times than you can count. But through it all, you check out, you will be resilient. You will accomplish many goals. You will provide hope to those that have none. You will live out many of your dreams. I know it doesn't look like what it seems, but it still feels like you're not good enough. You will make many people proud. Remember that. And still think about how you can be better. You will find love. And you will explore with lust. You will lose yourself. And you will find yourself again. You will be as strong as anybody can. Well, anybody will never know. You will accomplish many goals. Provide hope to those that have none. You will live out many of your dreams. But your spirit is strong. Though you will cry rivers of tears throughout the years, they are just your way of washing away your agony and your suffrage. Your willingness to succeed would be admired by many. But beware, because your self-doubt, it overtakes your mind often. Your anxiety, it will close doors. But lean in on your pure heart and your intentions, because those will open floodgates. What you think that you want, Frankie, you don't need. But what you need, you don't want. So take life as a journey and a roadmap of where you want to go, because along the way, there will be so many signs. You will yield to life's challenges. You will stop and ponder on your own inadequacies. You will be cautioned to not make any U-turns, because you can only go forward, but don't look behind. Because what has already happened has prepared you for this moment. Like stopping at a red light. Be careful with the seeds that you plant. Because you will always rise from the concrete. But you would never know how hard it falls. Through it all, you stand tall and strong like a rose with sharp thorns and beautiful petals. You will never lose sight of your root, because that makes you who you are. El mambo vive en ti. You are the greatest point of pride for your own accomplishments. You are amazing. Your greatest point of pride is being a great daughter, a lovable godmother, and an amazing sister. So be patient with motherhood. Because what you don't know yet is that the deepest pain that you have ever felt is nowhere near you right now. I'd hate to ruin what's to come by spoiling your future and informing you that you will be closer to rainbows than you will ever imagine. Prepare for the heartbreak, followed by the rising of your spirit. As you inspire others with your poetic words of triumph and overcoming barriers, you know that you love God and you already appreciate heaven. So just trust that where your little blessings have ended, they're safe and watching over you. With every move that you make, and even though you couldn't bake them in this oven, they still rise above and watch you. Your poems will fill hearts. Your angels will always be with you. Your uplifting words, they will heal souls. Most importantly, remember that you are ever changing. You are ever evolving. And you will never stop growing, because you will never stop reaching your fullest potential with every step and every breath. You are both your greatest cheerleader and your toughest competition. You are your own best friend and your own worst enemy. You look at fear right in the eye and you never back down from your life's purpose, because this thing that you do called spoken word and poetry is a thing that you do on purpose. Because the journey won't be easy for you. And the ride, it's one hell of a ride, young Gemini. It will be one of the greatest roller coasters you have ever ridden in your life. Here's to the journey of becoming a household name. For your name will ring bells and bring smiles. Your name would be filling the world with so much joy, because there's so much hate and tragedy. But I caution you, don't stop believing. Don't stop dreaming, because you are the dream. With every step and every breath, you are even closer than you will ever know. And please, relax. Everything will be just fine. You are so divine, and you just don't know it yet. And I don't want you to regret any of the decisions that you've ever made or anyone you've ever met. So I write to you at age 11, from me to you, 20 years later. I love you. Mecca, now known as Frankie Red. Thank you, Mecca. Oh yeah, I'm cool like that. It's a pen or whatever. Feel me? It's a pen. I know y'all ain't see that coming. But let me not take take no credit for this. There's this young lady at our program. Her name is Davnia. You know her. She might be your family, Ben, because her last name is Francois. You know Haitians, we all related. You feel me? But she's an amazing student, and she really inspired me to write my own letter. And she's not here with us today, but we do have one of our amazing success coaches. I get to work with her each and every day. She's also a creative and a boss herself. Big shout out to Elodie in the audience. We love you, Elodie.
Miss Elodie, famous playwright herself.
Yes. Elodie and I have the pleasure of working with our own youth and Mecca, of course. We all work for the same organization, and she made me this film. And my mother's name is Rose, and my favorite color is pink. So I just thought it was a perfect way to commemorate her. And I told myself, if I could get through that poem without messing up my makeup, I would draw a smiley face and a heart on the piece that she wrote. And that's exactly what I did. So as soon as I ended the poem, that's exactly
what I did. I didn't think you were going to get through it.
So, yes. All right, so.
Big shouts out to Elodie. I'm in the next place. What's the next play called? It's NDA, right? Okay, gotcha.
It's a surprise.
All right, gotcha.
I'm like, it's called Why Good Men Cheat.
Why Good Men Cheat.
Why Good Men Cheat. That sounds like a title, okay? Y'all make sure to support my girl. At this time, I am going to, the same way that we opened with a letter and a poem, I'm going to close with a freestyle poem. We're going to bring back Mecca, do some acknowledgments, and reopen our amazing floor. Y'all make some noise one time for the vibes. Poetic Justice. So as a freestyle poet, I have to let y'all experience what that is. Royce, open, and I'll go into you. Give it to me, Adora. Sage. Gathered here tonight. For some of you may not know how to write, but that's all right, because tonight it was about learning that you are still putting a fight. Putting up a fight for all of those who are going through their own struggles and plights. Your purpose here tonight was to be uplifted, for your problems to be swifted, for you to understand that with these two hands you can make masterpieces, for you are the master of your own piece. I hope that the pieces that are broken today, you can bind them again, because your words are the glue. And who would have knew that today we will be able to gather under one sound, under one melody, under inspirations from each of us that touch our souls, because all of us know a little piece of us is in all of these amazing youth, and all of you. May Rain's poem said, slow down and appreciate the you in youth. Quick the poet said, three times, three talents. Well, tonight you got three things: inspiration, words, and healing. You see this feeling that I get when I touch a mic. I don't know what I'm going to say, but that's all right, because it comes from the soul. One thing I know is that I will deliver from the very liver all my heart, my art, every time that I can speak, because I hope that I can reach peak with every single word that I touch on this mic. Just John is still growing, and tonight he was still showing that he's right there with you, not too far. And all of those scars that Maury was able to speak on, those songs, those flowers, those hit it to the DJ tracks that we all can attract and know that we can compare one another, because we all share and appreciate our mothers. Did you hear her poem? For God's sakes, listen to your mother. Ben, oh Ben really had that feeling of giving it back to grandma. Mother, how many of you can say that they are there for you? How many of you are there for each other? Some of you don't have a brother or a sister to lean on. But tonight, each and every song that was sang was meant for your spirit to rise, for Taraji to feel like she is beautiful and she does not have to fall to her demise, because you are Taraji. For us to deep to understand that anything that you touch, your future is so bright, so don't lose sight of that fire that you have in your heart. Poet awakened, you awoke us all with your words, and just know that tonight you did something special. You did it here first. You made sure that you put all of those negative feelings in a hearse. I bless you because you are not cursed. And to Alude, wherever he may be, I finally found you because I can see you so tall. Ooh wee, how can I miss you? I really want to say thank you. You are a blessing tonight. For he is dual enrolled, and with those talents that he has, he's able to show us that the Arctic is on a liquid diet. But did you hear the words? Did you hear the poems? Did you hear their pain? Did you hear the strange things that they come up with? It's amazing how with no rehearsal, Royce can just play the keys. Please keep this melody going as long as you can, because I know that all of my rage can be portrayed through a Duracell and sex. You see, you over here like, dang, she really freestyling. Relax. That's what I do. Now, without further ado, help me welcome back to the microphone the man that didn't let me do this tonight here alone, because his voice also speaks volumes. Can hear, whoa, blue, 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 like whoa. None of us expected instruments as such. None of us expected a piece of culture, but that is everything that he embodies. Tonight, you were able to experience poetic justice. And I welcome you all to the Poetic Justice League. Thank you guys so much. Let me bring back to the microphone the one and only Mecca, Grimo!
Everybody give it up for this freestyle. Poets can transcribe, but going off the top of their head, freestyling with the musician, you definitely got a gift, Red. Alright? You definitely got a gift. Bless up. Wow, what an evening. If you had a great evening, clap it up for yourselves, please. I want to shout out my sister, Miss Madeline, from the Haitian Mobilization Committee. We're making sure that the demographics in all of the different cities and the different counties are respected. Jamaican, Haitian, especially Haitian, but all the other Caribbean, diversity, you know what I mean? So making sure that they're well known. Wow. We'd like to bring to the stage Miss Mandy Laguerre.
Beautiful people, what they can
do. Give it up for the boss. Come on, stop playing. Now, let out. We are here because, yeah, for sure.
All right, was it a night? Did you guys enjoy yourselves? Thank you so much for coming. Thank you to Frankie and Mecca for the amazing work that they did, for the curating this event. Thank you so much to Permission to Succeed. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot. Permission to Succeed Education Center. Thank you, because your students were amazing. Woo! In such a short period, by the way. This was not a month thing. They just came up with this, and they did so beautifully. Thank you so much. Now, we also want to thank the Institute of the Museum and Library Services for sponsoring this event. We want to thank all of our sponsors and everybody that came here today. One thing that I want to share with you guys is that we are a nonprofit. I know Khalif said it earlier, but I want you guys to leave with that on your heart, because everything we are doing here is for the community and to benefit the community. So I want to share with you some things that you're able to do to participate in this space. So you're able to volunteer. So shout out to all the volunteers. These are high schoolers getting their hours. Thank you so much. If you guys have any items in your home that comes from the Caribbean that you were going to throw away, that's in your garage, in your attic, please bring them back here. Everything that you saw in the back when you did your tour was donated to the museum.
So we're gonna raid Mecca's house, is what you're saying.
Yes.
He has a museum in his home.
And we're going to take everything away from him. So please, please, please make sure that you guys bring them here. The next thing is the world doesn't run without money, without the donations of the community. So if you guys have an opportunity, please stop at the front, make a donation, go on our website, islandspacefl.org, make a donation there, become a member. Become a voice that participates in this space and that puts on events. We are constantly doing things for the community. So follow us on social media so you can see the events that are upcoming and participate with us. Sounds good? Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming, guys, and have a wonderful evening.
What time is it? No. I was just wanting to know how we were looking on time. So just real quick, want to let everybody know our poets do have products. May Rain has candles. She has soap. She has fragrances. She has perfumes. I have much less, but you know what I'm saying? Still in the beauty department. I have Zen oils. I have 24-hour matte lipsticks. I also have my books on pre-order because I am a 4-time sold out author. Yes, amen. Hallelujah. We have Maury Tai. Still doing some henna. Shout out to her. We have Mecca. Mecca has a little bit of everything. He has hats, merchandise. If anybody here is from Haiti, that's the flyest Haitian merchandise you're going to find on the market. I promise you. Right next door, we got Quick the Poet, CDs, T-shirts, other merchandise, flyers for his poetry programs. He does a lot of phonetic, amazing things. And if you're thirsty, we still have a few drinks here. All of those proceeds do benefit Island Space Caribbean Museum. Again, my name is Frankie Red Words, co-host
Mecca, Grimo, Marceline.
And we want to thank you again for coming here tonight. Shout out to all of our poets and shout out to our 2 amazing musicians. Please give it up for our amazing youth to succeed. Thank you guys for coming out to Poetic Justice League. We appreciate you. Please take pictures with our poets and our cast. And poets and cast, if you can come up really quick so we can get a group photo. Thank you guys and drive home safely.